Now today, after we have our picture that we have made with our finger paint, what we're going to do to change it up a little bit now is we're going to add lines on the back. We're going to cut those lines out and we're going to glue those sections onto my black paper. So we're using all those different lines that we talked about. And I'll show an example. I'll go up a little bit so my line's not all the way at the bottom, but I'll start maybe about here. I'll just start with a wavy line. Now, after you make your first line, I want you to use your scissors, and we're going to practice making sure we can cut along those lines and get a good practice. Trying your best to follow that line. So we're getting practice with drawing lines, and we're getting practice with also cutting out where those lines are. Now, what I want to do now is I'm going to take that piece that I just cut off, and I want to glue it near the bottom of my black paper. So again, we'll just use a glue stick, and I'm just going to glue on this white space here. I don't want to glue on the black paper, I want to glue on my white paper. And I'm just using a little bit, not pushing super hard. But I'm going along, making sure that I have that area covered up. And I will just place it somewhere near the bottom. Just like that. Make sure you push it down nice and flat. And you're ready for the next step. So from there, we're going to create a few more lines on our picture, and when we're all done, it's all going to be glued onto our black paper. So let's say, and I'm going to have to go right through my name here, let's do a zigzag line. Some of these you might have to go a little bit slower when you're cutting them. Some of these designs might be a little trickier. Now, make sure after you get to this point, when you glue this part on, you're going to want to make sure you're putting it together almost like a puzzle now. So it shouldn't be like this, because those aren't the same lines. If I had a wavy line here, that same place, so just how it connects like that, I'm going to put my wavy line here. But I want to put a little space so I can see that black going right through that area. So leave a little bit of space when you glue your next one on. And I'm going to do the same thing, just gluing on the back. I start by gluing on the outsides first. And then if you have a little bit extra room on the inside, you could put a few more lines on the inside just to make sure it's super sticky on your paper. And I'll just put it down maybe right about there. It can be up to you. You can have these spaces be big spaces, little spaces, but you want to make sure you have enough room for the rest of your paper. So I think I could probably fit at least one more line, maybe even two lines on my paper. I'll do a straight line. And again, when I'm gluing this on, it's going to go like that. It's not going to be going the other way here. So we'll act like get my glue on there, then I would set it down right there. And my last one, put it right there. So now I can almost still see my picture looks the same as before. I can see it's a little more spaced out now, but I can see my M, R, L, Mr. L. So what I want you to do is you guys are going to create your own lines on your paper, and we're going to be gluing onto our black paper just like we've got here. And I want you to use different lines. Try and think of some different lines for your spaces.